Las Vegas, a city that lives for the night. It's also home for 500,000 people whose everyday lives are far removed from the razzle-dazzle.
I am a 7th grade teacher in Las Vegas, Nevada. We're lower to middle class school, and a lot of the parents work at casinos. They have odd shifts, so the parents aren't always home at certain hours. I know a lot of my students don't get the experience to go camping, and I just like to share that with them. All right, let me have your attention, 7th graders. Are you excited? Yeah. Ready for the trip to Death Valley? Yes! All right. How many of you have been camping before? Those of you that haven't been, are you ready and excited to sleep in a tent tonight? No! No! Oh my God!
This is our Death Valley Rocks program, where we're bringing young kids to Death Valley. We want this to be a place where they can learn a whole lot better than being in a classroom. The youth we wanted to reach were the inner city youth. The inner city kids, more often than not, don't have an opportunity to enjoy the outdoors.
We're going to go down into the crater. It will not be as windy as we go down.
For most of them, this is a completely new experience. There's only less than 10% of the kids that are here who have actually camped, which means like 6 or 7 kids. They have no idea any of this is out here. Suddenly you're in wide open expanse and away from everything.
Everyone knows how Yuba Hibi was created. Hot magma comes in contact with water, creates steam, and it builds up, builds up, and builds up, and all of a sudden, and that's Yuba Hibi Crater. You will be reenacting how Yuba Hibi got here.
Okay. Tiffany, come on. Go stand over there next to him. We're going to move towards each other.
And who's going to be the steam?
You can have hands-on with Mother Nature. You can have hands-on with geology. You can have hands-on with hydrology. And then at the same time, you can have hands-on with history. So what better place to learn all of those subjects is in the places where they occur.
Part of the goal of this is to build self-esteem. Some people would say taking the kids down in there, could that be dangerous? There's all sorts of objections. You see their faces when they've climbed out of it. I think for them that was a great big accomplishment.
It was a moment for them to see them grow within themselves. Once they finally got up there, just to look down and go, I did it.
Look in your workbooks. You're going to do a little bit of dune discovery on your own. You're going to take a finger. You're going to stick it in your mouth.
No matter, stick it in the dirt.
You're going to stick it in the sand. Do not stick it back in your mouth. You now have a sand sample.
In class, we studied geology in the fall. The rangers came out 3 different times to our school. They did activities about the rock cycle and the different geology and good stewardship and things like that. So this went right along kind of as a culminating experience.
Where do you see? You see blue?
Yeah, right there. And then salt and pepper. Yeah, I even see green.
Do you? You see blues and greens?
I see a yellow. See that yellow?
Is that little specks of red in there, or is that from your hot Cheetos?
What do those colors mean?
It means that it came from like a mountain where the sea used to be, so the water sort of changed the colors.
Oh, let's draw that one right there.
Okay, let's. It's neat to see them when they get there. Wow, this is what we've been doing, and this is what we've been reading about.
We're actually getting better behavior out here than we were getting in the classroom. I mean, these kids have been working on their own, they've been working together afterwards, and it's also just flat out fun.
Okay. Let's go, guys!
Group 3, set a person, get a tent.
Tonight, the kids are going to be setting up camp.
In your group.
Experience is the best teacher. If their tent isn't done quite right and it comes down in the middle of the night, the only one they're going to be able to blame is themselves. It's a great, wonderful learning experience.
It won't push!
The program at Death Valley is new, but the idea is not. National parks have been introducing city kids to the wilderness for decades. Stephen Mather, the first director of the Park Service, called the parks vast schoolrooms of Americanism. Just a few miles off Miami's urban shoreline lies Biscayne National Park, where some lucky students finally get to explore the pristine environment that's been their backyard their whole lives.
Okay, the first thing we want to do is hold the paddle properly. Okay, you put your hand on the top, like this, and then bring the paddle in the water in front of you, all right? In, across, out, feather. Okay, I'll go slower. In, across, up, feather. Let me see you do it a few times, Mr. Biscayne National Park has an education program that has been in existence since 1976. The resources that we have out here are just amazing. It's 95% water. So the classroom is actually in the park. We target students throughout South Florida. We take the students out of the classroom and bring them to the actual ecosystems, the mangrove shoreline, Biscayne Bay and its seagrasses, the islands with its hardwood hammock, and even out to the coral reef.
Let me get out of here. Maybe wet. Anybody jumped over?
Who's canoed before? Anybody canoed before?
No, it was my first time. My first time.
My first time.
This is all new to them, being in a boat, seeing blue crabs with eggs on it, seahorses, horseshoe crabs. It just opens their eyes to another world.
So who liked it?
I liked it, but it was scary.
Yeah, I liked it, but it was scary.
It was
Scared the whole time?
If somebody
I was scared
bossy,
the whole time because we kept getting
somebody
stuck.
was kind of bossy.
Who?
Him.
Him.
These kids don't have any type of aspirations to anything in life. Close your eyes. All they know is their neighborhoods, the crack dealers, the drug dealers. Let go, Anthony. They don't get a chance to come together and work as a team very often. Everything to them is very competitive. They don't like working together. They don't like trusting each other. So coming here gave them an opportunity to work on all these different activities that required them to come together and achieve a goal. Ready? Ashley, turn around.
Turn around.
Ask him, are you ready to catch?
Yes.
I'm ready to fall. Say, I'm ready to fall.
Okay, cross your hands.
Close your eyes.
And fall, just like you did in the circle.
Good job, Ashley.
She did good, Ashley.
Oh, y'all gotta get closer.
How close?
She's
right.
If you fall. Okay, go.
Ready, Renisha?
There you go.
Fall straight back, Renisha. Let it go.
Go. Girl, perfect.
It was really awesome to just see them work together and trust each other, because they don't. And at first they were very apprehensive about just letting go and putting their safety in somebody else's hands. Who's down here wants to go? You guys have been working. When they're exposed to seeing that they can work together and not be working against each other, I think it gives them a different outlook on life.
There's students that need to be challenged in different ways. Out here, we have students that never talk in the classroom, and all of a sudden they're taking the lead. So we are providing students with a different method by which to learn, and this is opening up their world, their appreciation of learning, and who knows where this would lead them in the future.
Come on, we got pancakes. If you want some, come get them, and they're not bad.
Hello, girls.
Hello, ¿les vemos?
¿Cómo están esta mañana?
Bien,
A las muchachas.
It's hard to sleep last night. It was really cold. It was all wet.
Who's been camping before?
Me.
Nobody?
No.
Did anything surprise you?
The coyotes. We heard the coyotes like in the middle of the night like 3 times. And they just started howling, and then some other coyotes started howling, and then another, and etc.
Oh, yes. Never gets that one. It's lucky, soft, yellow.
When you watch kids that can be impressed by just the sound of silence, when you watch kids who can be impressed with the idea of seeing the Milky Way to the point that it silences them, it's powerful. It's powerful. That's why we work with the inner city kids.
Want to get on that end? 2 of you on that end, and we'll be on this end.
Ow, my leg.
Okay, do your roll.
We're finding right now the largest dropout rate is actually in middle school, not high school. They don't even make it to high school. If this makes a difference in one kid's life, then it's important.
I want the students to walk away with the education of the geology and then the meteorology and knowing the different environments and how this is the Mojave Desert and they live in the Mojave Desert.
So make it as tight as you can. So I'll start it off.
The other thing that I want students to take away was growth in themselves and that they can do things and that they're independent.
I know you want to profile and style. Somebody has to care. We care. And as we teach them how to treat Mother Earth, maybe they'll do better than we have done it. And let's just hope that a couple of generations down the road, Mother Earth will be a whole lot better than it is today. Maybe our generation doesn't have the will, but maybe these kids will have the will.